Hello everybody. So I want to show you something that I find very useful, and maybe you haven't thought about it, or maybe you know it yet. In the first case, I want to show you what I do. For example, now I want to, I got this blog and I wanted to start it. So I just write pit here into this search bar, and here is I can start working on my blog. How did I do it? It is simple. I need a notepad, and I'm using another command. Okay, open your notepad, and then you go start. And if I let me start again, my copy the address here and paste it here, and then save it to a folder. I saved it into my bat folder with a name like what I've just done, blog, just to change it, and blog.bat. Okay, now if I go here and do blog, it should start. There it is, my home page. Maybe if something else comes here, you could have to do dogbat more explicitly because there is something else that comes before, or you can just use the command line interface, and do bat, do blog, and this will work for sure. But how is that the batch file can run from the command line or from here? You have to do one thing. You have to change the variable, environmental variable, here you get it in Italian, of the system. You know that there are two kind of environmental variable, of the account and of the system. Check the one of the system, then you go to this thing here. Even if it's in Italian, you find the relative button in English relatively easily. Then choose path, and you see there is modify. If you choose the other environment variable of the account, you cannot choose this modify thing here. And you see here I have yet the folder where I got my batch file that I have into my hard drive called D, and the folder is bath. You can bat is for batch. You can call it you can choose every folder you want, but once you have decided, for example, I don't know, you want to put it in here or in here, and you create a new folder and you put it in there, your batch file, and I got all my batch files here. I got a lot of comments to shortcut to start something. I can start, can go into a site or a web page, or start a program, or I do program Python stuff. I can run a Python script or everything, in app, everything. And a text file, open a text file, open a PDF that I saved on my computer or that is on the internet, every kind of file with my batch file. So I just have to name it whatever I want, and then with this name, so I call it, for example, I don't know, cap.bat, and we just cap into the here cap. You see here now it comes another thing here, because Windows has this system here of okay, if I do this, I won't not have my shortcut. I have to explicitly do cap.bat, and it will go surely in my little app here. You see here, this is an app that I made. Okay, and let me stop it because okay, this is the app. But if you go into the command line, and I can do this also. Okay, now I'm recording, so it's busy here, but I can call another instance of the command line or power tools, whatever. Power, how is it called? And yes, run another instance of the command line. Let me show it a little bigger so you can see it. And now here I just have to, I do cap, for example. Here there's no chance that something else comes to, okay, and there is your app. I got a lot. Okay, now it's again my app that is running. And as I said before, I can do blog, and I go to my blog because I started this. So you just have to remember this simple command here to start, to have a shortcut to a site. Copy the site and then do start, and the address, copy the address here. And this will run a site, okay, from the command line. If you want to avoid remembering this command, you do as I did before. You open the notepad, and now I open it with another command, and do start for just once. Start, copy this, save it as, call it as I did, block.pat, save it, and then you can use it. As I said, once you have, now I don't need it because I will just then you need to do in the environmental variable of the system like I did before. If you don't have it, I have it yet, you do new and do d slash bat. If you call it another way, commands, I don't know, you can call it as you choose, and then you put your batch file into this folder, into this directory, of course. And I got it into this folder, so I call it this way. And this is my favorite shortcut to do things very, very, very fast, because once I memorize the thing, I got always, for example, a command to remember my commands. And here it doesn't. Okay, I call it like. Okay, sometimes you can also choose more than one name, so that it comes more to your mind. And you see here, I got my favorite commands, so I remember them when I create one new one. It's in alphabetical order. You see here why my whip file here. There is for the thing that I'm working on. Let me show you where it is. It's this, where I get my the file that I'm making for my blog. Python, Tkinter, something that I made for text-to-speech, decorator, some ideas that I got. I made this with this Python script that creates an HTML file, and when I run whip, it opens three files together. There is the Python script to create the HTML, this HTML page here, where you can click on this thing, for example, and go to the post that I make, to the script that I'm making, the project, the post that I'm going to do or I have already done. So I got this is to memorize what I'm doing recently, so that I don't forget what I'm doing, the thing that I've done recently, and the things that I'm working on. And I made this program, and so with my command, I can open three things: this Python file, the HTML file. I don't know if I can find it here, but okay, it's here because the Python file creates this HTML file with with this list of related to the project that I'm doing. So that creates this link that I can click on and I can look to have an idea what I'm recently working on, and then I can access to them without having to waste too much time remembering where I have them. Okay, I cannot remember. I work on several things at the same time, and I often forget what I was doing. So to save times, I've made this system. And so you see here, this is just an HTML file. It runs when I write my command, whip, and then I can go to my, for example, here I made a post. This is a post about arcades. Okay, I compared, following YouTube videos, the three different modules to make video games, to see which one is the best, and so here it is. I can remember what I did. I can get back to it, eventually modify it, and that's it. And so this is how I use it. I use my batch file to have some shortcuts to go to things fast and remember what I am doing. Thank you and see you next time. And I also have one comment to record my video, of course.